right, in this video, we are going to practice creating an inventory product with quantity. Now, the exercise we're going to follow along with is over here on the right-hand side, and this is pulled from our advanced level ProAdvisor certification course. If you would like more information about that course after we go through the exercise, be sure to click on the link below in the description. Let's dive right in and see what our scenario is today. Craig has decided to now carry cherubs as an optional add-on to his fountains. He bought 10 of them from Tim Philip Masonry for $125 each and plans to sell them for $300 each. Without talking to you first, Craig set up the new product and products and services with the initial quantity on hand of 10. What happened to opening balance equity when he did this, and what should he have done instead? Let's go ahead and see what happened. So first thing we need to do is be in the sample company. Now, if you're not sure how to get in the sample company or get your own free QBOA account, be sure to click on the link below in the description. I have the sample company pulled up here on the left-hand side. This is the dashboard, and this is the what we are going to be working through in our exercise. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we're going to do it the wrong way. We need to recreate the error that Craig had made in the sample company here and do it the way that he did it, and then we'll go back and we'll fix it and we'll do it the correct way. So to get started, from the left navigation bar, we're going to hover over sales and then select products and services. The left navigation bar is over here. Here is sales. Hover over that and then select products and services. The Cherub is a new product, so let's go ahead and create a new one for them simply by clicking on New. That is the green button right here. You'll get this pop out asking what type of product service it is. It is an inventory product. He is tracking it, and so we are going to make it an inventory product. So go ahead and select that. And now we just need to fill out the form. In the name field, type cherub. That is what he's going to call it. So go ahead and type in that name field, cherub. In the category field, we're going to select fountains. So click that down arrow under category. And then the second one down is fountains. Go ahead and select that. Now remember from the scenario, Craig had done the initial quantity on hand as 10. So we need to fill that out here in that particular field. That is this next one here, the initial quantity on hand. Click into that box and type 10. In the as of date field, we want to select today's date. You could really use any any date is fine, but we'll use today as an example. So click into that, you'll get a calendar. Go ahead and select today's date. Next, in the sales price rate field, we want to type 300 because that is what he is going to sell each of them for. So click into that sales price rate field, type in 300. We're not going to do anything with sales tax, so skip over that section. In the cost field, we are going to type 125 because that is what it costs Craig to buy the cherubs. So type 125 in the cost, and now we are all good. We can go ahead and simply save and close. That is the green button down here on the bottom right corner of the sample company. You will see that it has now been saved, and it's the second one right here on the list. It's showing as a quantity on hand as 10, and the costs and the sales, everything that we had just put in that information. Now, because he entered an initial quantity of 10, QBO created a balancing opening balance equity entry. So let's take a look at where that is. First, we're going to click on Accountant Tools and then select Chart of Accounts. Accountant Tools is up here at the top. Go ahead and select that. And then under that, we want to click on Chart of Accounts right under Quick Links. You may need to click See a Chart of Accounts if this is your first time ever visiting the Chart of Accounts in the sample company. If you do, you would just click on See Your Chart of Accounts. I do not have that screen, but sometimes it does show up here in the sample company. So if you do get that, just go ahead and click on that to get to this particular screen. Now we want to look at the opening balance equity row. So on that row, we want to click on View Register. So scroll down a little bit. You can see the account types. We have other current assets, fixed assets, credit card liabilities, equity. Here it is, opening balance equity. This is the one we want. Go ahead and select View Register. If you get any pop-ups, just go ahead and click out of them. Now you'll note that QBO has added a balancing entry that is 10 times the cost of the cherubs for 1,250. This is not correct. This is not what it should be. You always want to start with 0, and that is the correct way. The correct way to handle the new inventory item would be to enter the initial quantity on hand as 0 and then create an expense transaction for the 10 cherubs he purchased from Tim Philip Masonry. You need to show how it actually came about, not just putting it here, because then it creates this opening balance equity count and entry. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. And it's showing it as 1,250. So that's not correct. Let's do it the correct way now, though. Let's go ahead and correct Craig's mistake. We're going to click anywhere on the line, that 1,250 right here. And then we want to click on edit. So click on the edit button right there. And we want to change in the initial quantity on hand field. We want to change it to a 0. So click into this, delete that 10 and put a 0. And then we're going to click on save and close. And now that has been changed. You can see now that it is not showing as that 1,250. It is showing as 0. So now let's create the expense for it, the actual purchase of the cherubs from Tim Philip Masonry. To do that, we need to click on the plus new button and then click on expense. So the plus new button is on the top left corner of the screen. Go ahead and select that, and then under vendors, select expense. Once it comes up, go ahead and start to fill it out. In the payee field, select Tim Philip Masonry. That is in this field right here. You can click into it and start scrolling, or you can type his name. Either way is fine, but once you find him, go ahead and select his name. Now, if you see a pop-up drawer on the right-hand side, you can go ahead and collapse it because we're not needing this for this exercise. So just click on the arrow to collapse it so you don't need to see it anymore. You're going to click on the arrow next to item details to expand the grid. And that is because here in the category details, here is the item details. We want it in the item details because the cherub is now an inventory item. So it's a product service. We want to have it here in this item details, not the category details. So click on the arrow next to item details to expand it. If you wanted to collapse the category details, you would just click on this arrow, and now you're only seeing that. Totally your preference. I'm going to leave it how it is right now, and then go ahead and fill out this item details. So to do that, we want to, in that product service field, we're going to click on cherub. So click into it. You can click into it and start typing or scroll. It's the first one up here. So if you click into it 2 times, go ahead and select cherub. You can see the rate, the cost that it was is showing up right here. We just need to change the quantity to 10. So click into the quantity field, go ahead and type 10, click a tab over. You will see that QBO has automatically made the calculation of 10 times 125 to be 1,250. And now we just simply need to save and close this expense. Go ahead and click on that green button right there. And there you go. Now it has been saved, and that is how you would create an inventory product with quantity. Now, if you like this exercise and you want to do more like it, or if you would like more information about that advanced level ProAdvisor certification course, be sure to click on the link below in the description, and I will see you in the next video.